Hello, and welcome to Managing My Money with Rosa. Today is April the 2nd, 2023, and I am going to do a dividend portfolio recap for the month of March to see how much my $4,431 portfolio made. If you don't mind, I would love if you would take a minute and hit that subscribe button if you are new here. My channel is about my personal budget. I look at spending plans. I look at savings challenges. I stuff money into all of my envelopes. I also do a little bit of investing. It's been a while since I've shared any of my investing challenge stuff, but I'm back at it. And so these are all my personal beliefs and thoughts on what I'm going to do with my money. So if you have not already, please take a second, hit subscribe down below. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. I would absolutely love if everybody would take a second and hit that thumbs up button for me. I really appreciate it. And I would love if you would leave a comment. Why do you invest? And if you don't invest, why don't you invest? I'd love to hear both sides of that. So today we're going to talk about a whole bunch of different things. We're going to look at what I've purchased over the last month. I am a numbers nerd. Totally. I have a Google spreadsheet with all of my information in it. Oh, went the wrong way. Sorry about that. We're going to look at what I got paid. I also use a digital platform called trackyourdividends.com. It kind of gives me a really fast snapshot of everything. We're going to talk about that. We're going to look at setting goals, my future purchase goals. I have short-term and long-term goals. So the first thing we're really going to get into is goal setting. I believe that you need to make a plan on what you're going to do. Nothing should be willy-nilly. So I have long-term goals, short-term goals, and buy, sell goals. And all of those are very important for me because I need to know where I'm going. I really stopped doing a whole bunch of investing and doing stuff with my dividend portfolio for a while. And when I was finally ready to get back in, I didn't just jump back in. I had to stop and look and determine what are my goals, because without those, I should not just be buying and selling things. So we're going to talk about long and short-term goals to start with. So first, I would love to have 100,000 dividend portfolio. Now, yes, I know I'm not close, but that's okay. I would also love one day to earn $80,000 a year. Now, before we get started, I know there are naysayers out there who are like, Rosa, you know that's like almost next to impossible and it has to be a really large portfolio. Yes, I do actually. If I could get about a $1.5–2 million portfolio, you know what? It'll take care of it by itself. Currently, I'm only getting about 340, a little less than 340 a year is my projected. I would love to have each of my positions drip one full share. Currently, only 2 of my 29 positions do drip, but that's okay. And my husband would love to be a house daddy. He would love to not have to go to work at all. And we are nowhere close to replacing his income, but it's a goal one day. My short-term goals is to have a $5,000 dividend portfolio by December of this year. Again, currently I'm a little on the low side, but that's okay. I'm not certain I'm going to be able to put another $600 in by then, but I'm hoping that with the stock market will increase is my goal. And what I add in, hopefully I will be able to increase that to a $5,000 portfolio value. Again, we put roughly $25 to $50 in every month, plus any Christmas money I get, plus any birthday money I get. So I try to add in a little here and a little there. I would love to earn $30 a month by July. Currently, we are at $28.06. And I would love to grow each of my positions bi-monthly by doing by doing an investing challenge. And I would love to receive a dividend every week of the month. In the very beginning, when I started this, I actually was receiving one almost every week. I had planned it out. And then the last couple of months, there was like a week where it was just off. And I'd get a couple, like on Friday, I get nothing for the next week, then I get a couple on Monday. So there have been a couple of months, I'd probably say like 3 months, where I have not gotten a check every week. But I'm doing pretty good in that direction. So we're also going to talk about what I'm going to purchase and what I'm going to sell. And again, I had to sit and do some really thinking, reflecting, looking at where all of the numbers were before I came up with these. Now, before I would like to strongly suggest that before you say, well, Rosa said this is a good investment, you need to go do your due diligence in your research and determine what makes you comfortable. These make me comfortable to get into. So currently, I have AGNC. I don't remember exactly how many shares, but I want to get that up to 100 shares. PNNT, I'd like to get 35. Currently, I know that one's at 31, so I'm really close to that one. And then PFLT, I would like to get up to 120 shares. Again, I'm not quite close to that, just like I know I'm not with AGNC, but between those three, I would really like to get this done this year, because the goal is to be pretty much have those three filled. Now I do have sell goals. So I have like 3 shares of Franco Nevada. My goal is when it reaches 150 to sell everything. Franco Nevada pays a ridiculously low yield, and because of that, and honestly, I really got into it for all the wrong reasons. It's one that it's not paying me what I think I could spend that money and use somewhere else. So when it gets to 150, the goal is to sell it. Gold, similar to Franco Nevada, it just doesn't pay me a high enough yield. My goal is to make 4% or more on everything that I invest in. And I think gold, I think at my average share, I think I'm like at 2. We'll look at that in a little bit when we go over to track your dividends. And then the last one is OXSQ. Currently, OXSQ is my largest position. It drips more than 1 full share every time. I am currently in, I think, at like 405, and I would like to get out at 415. Now, keep in mind, I believe OXSQ closed around 315 on Friday, so I'm nowhere close to selling, but it is a goal for me to get out of, just because I would rather put that money into something else, even though I am making a pretty good yield. OXSQ kind of doesn't scare me. It's just I'm ready to be done with this position. It has served its purpose. I've made about $50 over the last year and a half in it. I don't mind continuing to take their money, but at the same time, I'm ready to just walk away from OXSQ. So this month, I purchased a lot of different things this month. Again, I'm getting back into my $5 challenge. And then from our income taxes, my husband took $500 and went and did some stuff with his, and I took my $500. And I'm going to be real, I put it into purchasing brand new positions. So I opened up 1 share of Duke, 1 share of IBM, 1 share of Verizon, 1 share of SO, and 1 share of O. Everything else on here, oh, I lied, and I got some FAGIX. I got more than 1 share of it. I think I put like $100 into it, so about 10 shares. Some of these pay monthly, some of these pay quarterly. So I won't see turnaround from them, but I really liked the companies. I liked their numbers, and I also liked their rate of return. So because of that, I went ahead and entered those positions. I then increased AGNC, Acre, RITM, ARCC, PNNT, GLAD, and FDHY. So I increased those more than likely probably by like their $5, because I'm getting back into my $5 a month, or $5 run through everybody. They get $5, and then next time go through it again, so that I am slowly increasing every one of my positions. Because guys, if you don't do something to each of your positions, they're never going to grow, which means you're never going to make more money. So you have to continue to increase your positions. And currently my magic number is $5, and that's all I will increase a position by, so that I can spread the love. So let's look and see my projected pay dates for the month of April. So the 3rd through the 7th, I should get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 checks the first week. April 10th through the 14th, I should get 1, 2, 3, 4 checks that week. This is my low week, the 17th through the 21st. This starts that weird, you know how I said sometimes I'll get paid on like a Friday, I won't get paid at all the next week, and then I'll get paid on Monday. This is where we're starting to enter that odd range. So I need to do some research to find some stocks that will pay me dividends so that I can get paid between like the 20th and the 25th of the month. And then the end of the month, I have a handful that show up. I will have 4 of them then. And each of these, some of these pay me every month. Some of these only pay me quarterly. So trying to spread that out as well. All right, so let's see the payments that I received this month. From AGNC, I received $4.54. From ARCC, I received $1.73. From BTG, $4.50. FDHY paid me 34 cents. And Franco-Nevada paid me 73 cents. I want to stop real quick and talk about Franco-Nevada and BTG, these two. So these are both foreign companies, which means I pay foreign taxes on them. Unfortunately, that pulls from how much I get to reinvest. 73 cents isn't a lot, but remember earlier I told you I had like 3-point-something shares, so that's not too bad. But it's also $140 shares, $140 a share right now. FDHY, again, it's not a lot, it's 34 cents, but you know what? That's 34 cents more than what I had. So because of that, I'm okay that value is itty bitty, but the rest of them are decent payments this week. Up next, I received 66 cents from FUTY, 68 cents from Glad, $1.16 from Gold, 58 cents from JEPI, and $1.09 from Maine. Again, Gold is another foreign company, which means that I pay taxes to them, so not quite as much as if it was an American company, but that's okay. And again, these values are not very high. That is still okay because this is more than what I had before. And that is my mantra. As long as I am continuing to increase how much I am receiving, I'm okay. And the last set I received, I don't know what I did. ORCC at 15 cents, OXSQ at $4.93, PFLT at 99 cents, PSEC at $2.97, and ExxonMobil at $2.15. So again, some of this is low. 15 cents is not a lot, but I want to say I own like 1-point-something shares of ORCC, and I'm okay with that because I really like Owl Rock. That's what that stands for, Owl Rock. And my goal is to increase Owl Rock eventually, though it's not a top priority. It is to increase that. So as we go on, if you wouldn't mind, please take a second real quick, hit subscribe if you have not already, hit that thumbs up, everybody, please. And if you didn't comment earlier, I would love for you to just stop and think, how much do you think I made? But then if you also do dividends, I would love to know how much you made in the month of March. All right, so before I tell you what my total March payments were, because I know some of you, that's what you're sticking around for. I am a numbers nerd. If you would like to see how I tally some of this, how I track some of this, make sure you stay around after this because I'm going to go through my Google spreadsheet and my dividend and through track your dividends so you can see. But in total, the month of March, I made $27.20. Guys, that's not bad. I'm kind of excited about that number. This is like one of my higher months. So just keep in mind that you can start earning 3 cents a share. Or 3 cents. It doesn't matter where you start. Are you making something on your money? So let's jump out real quick and see how I track all of this. First off, true numbers nerd, have a spreadsheet that I track. I've tracked all of my dividends since 2021 so that I can come in and see what's going on. Like the first quarter I ever made dividends, guys, I made $4.46, and that was for the quarter. I had accidentally bought into a couple of things that I didn't even know paid dividends. So I got paid $4.46. And by August of 2021, I really was like, "Well, dang, we need to capitalize on this." And I really started to invest and look in dividends and really started to ramp up in August. And you can tell that as August, I only got 22 cents, but by September, I was making 804. So just knowing, and then December, I made 21 bucks. So just keeping in mind that dividends, it takes time for you to be able to make a lot of money in here. But as long as you put in the effort, you can do something about this. Then in last year, each of my quarters, I made 54, 54, 52, 62, 78, 72, 81, 70, 88. And then that was for all of for the 2021. So last year I made $260.99. Now I do not pocket any of this money. All of this reinvests right back into my portfolio and makes purchases. My intent is to continue to grow my portfolio. Well, if I take the cash out when they pay me, guys, my portfolio is not growing. So this year, so far, we've made 71.80, and that's broken down by each of the months. I then come up and I have an actual and I have a projected over here. So annual so far, I made $71.80. Then it divides it out for the quarter, and it kind of doesn't all come out until the very end because it divides it by 4. So right now we're up to $71. If I look back at last year, January was a low month with quarter 1 was a low month with quarter 3 being a high month. And it just depends. I was really getting into it, and then got rid of a couple things, picked up a couple things. So this is just under my highest quarter last year, which is exciting because I'm starting to really get back into this. I'm really starting to increase my positions again. So I also, hold on, let me copy, paste. I think it did just the values. Oh no, let's undo that. That's not what I meant to do. All right, copy. Let's paste these in here. Paste special, we just want values only. All right, so I like to go into Track Your Dividends, which houses all of my stuff. So currently, my portfolio is $4,431. I am down $210. Guys, I'm okay that I'm down $210. I'm still getting paid every month. My yield is 7.65%, but the reality is because I am down, I'm only making 7.3% on my money, and it's projected that I'm going to make $339 this year. I come in and I can quickly see how many shares I have. Now, I put this in. This price is the last closing market, so this is what it closed at on Friday. I know how much it changed for the day. This average cost is my average cost. It's what I put in that said this is how much when I look into Fidelity, who is my brokerage, they said that overall time I have paid my average cost is $14.41 per share, which means I'm down about $25. If I was closer to 909, I'd be making 15% on my money. However, because I am up at average of 1441, really I'm only making 9%, almost 8% on my money. And for the year, I should make $6.56 from Aries commercial real estate. And that's assuming I do nothing, but I reinvest all of my dividends and put it back in. But this is just a snapshot. I can rearrange it and look at who am I making the least on. Remember, I told you Franco-Nevada, I wasn't making a whole lot. That's why I want to sell them. Gold, same thing. I'm not really interested in keeping gold at 1.86%. I am up about $75. They're at 145. Remember, I said my goal was to sell them at 150. So this one, hopefully, within the next month, will go away, and I will reinvest all of that money into something, into some of my goals that I'm trying to get into. Gold, I was trying to get out at like 20 something. I'm not close, but that's okay. I do have that goal. Again, I'm only making 1.86, and for me, that's not enough. And this is just a nice way to be able to look at what's going on in my portfolio. My next favorite tab is upcoming dividends. I love this tab totally and completely. Now, the reality is I hate this window. I hate this graph. I don't like it at all. You can kind of get an idea of how much you're going to get paid every quarter, but what I love is this. It breaks it down. It tells me that in April um, I should be getting checks from Aries Capital at $1.64, from AG&C for $4.65. So it goes in and it gives me specifics on who I should be getting paid from to include what the price, how much I should get for the entire month, which I absolutely love. I can do a quick look at this graph and know, am I getting paid every week? And in April, yes, I am. In May, not enough of the stocks that I'm in have confirmed when they are paying, but this is that week that I struggle to get somebody to pay me that week. So I may not get one every week in May, but we'll have to wait and see. And then down here is just information. So I know the ticker, I know what the amount is that they are, how much each share is going to earn for a dividend. Then it gives me my total, tells me the payment date. Confirmed, remember I told you that some of those ones in May weren't confirmed. We actually have some I have two in April that have not been confirmed yet, that they're still waiting to hear, that Track Your Dividends is still waiting to hear, is that what they're going to be? So one thing I like to do is go between my spreadsheet and what Track Your Dividend says and update what's here. So let's fix this real quick. April, May, June. And then let's come see. It's going to take me a minute. Sorry, guys. So 29.70. Oh, wrong window. Definitely not the right window. So that's 29.75. The next one is this window. 22.93. And finally, 32.08. 32.08. Yay! All right, so this is assuming nothing else in my account grows or changes. My projected annual went from 336 to 339. Projected quarterly, I should get about $84. It went up about 60 cents, not bad. My projected monthly dividends went up about 9 cents. So moving, or no, 19 cents. So moving in the right direction. That's getting me closer to my $30 goal. I think it's amusing to break it down into daily, hourly, and an hourly wage dividends. So daily, I'm getting paid 93 cents if we're going to average it all out. So almost $1, not bad. If I were to get paid 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I get 4 cents an hour. And I love this one. So I told you my husband would love to be a house daddy, which means we need to replace his hourly wage. Well, right now we're making an hourly wage of 16 cents an hour. We are not back in the early 1900s, so that's not going to work for us. So definitely not becoming a house daddy soon. So that's just me doing a quick look at what's going on with my spreadsheets. I love numbers. And really, guys, that is everything for me today. I want to say thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, please take a second, put it down in the chat. I'd love to hear it, and I will do my best to answer it. I hope you have a great day. Bye, guys.